related to energy, by the way.
So,
and 2 years ago, we actually saw an energy conference take place, a currency conference take place in Croatia, of all places, where economists came from all over the world to talk about an energy-based currency. Lo and behold.
With this energy-based currency, could we see it to the point where a person has to contribute labor or some form of contribution on a daily basis in order to be able to eat? Or is this something different that you're talking about?
No, I think that when all of your data is available at their disposal, they will be able to decide how to allocate energy credits to you. And you can say this for sure. If you have a very poor carbon footprint, where they think that you're consuming more goods and services than what everybody else is and than what you deserve, they'll punish you. There'll be something that will work against you to try and force you into the correct behavior. Whether that be cutting your energy allocation, whether that be limiting your purchase of certain items, I can't say. I mean, that would just be speculating. But this is the concept that they write and talk about. So people that play along with their little game will have all of the dancing in the daisies that they can stand. If you don't go along with their little program and do what they say, you'll be walking on a bed of hot coals. And they'll say, take your pick. We don't care. You want to walk on hot coals? Go right ahead. But, they'll try and force you into their behavior. We see this kind of behavior modification, by the way, going on constantly in society in various ways, whether it be through marketing and propaganda type stuff, or whether it be, things like like you can't get money out of the bank on the weekends. So if you want money, you better do it beforehand, like during the week. Better plan ahead. But their intent is to force you into behavior that they have specified as the correct behavior. This is the problem. This is the rub. It just stinks. I had a friend who lived in Switzerland for a time, moved from Germany to Switzerland. They had to rent a flat. And they were there for a while. And one afternoon, the wife of my friend had a load of laundry in. And all of a sudden, full of water, just go like that. And all of a sudden, the washer stopped. And she freaked, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? There's water in the tub. I can't even get them out. How am I going to get them dry? And so she called the apartment manager, and, eventually somebody came up and she explained the dilemma. My machine is broken, and, what could have happened to it. He laughed and said, oh no, your machine was turned off by the power company. They do that sometimes because, they put policies in. They want you to wash your clothes after midnight. And if you exceed too much of this or that or whatever, they'll just shut it off. So he said, don't worry about it. Just wait till midnight, turn your machine on, and you'll be fine. And he left. And she was sitting there looking at her washing machine full of water, understanding a little bit more about technocracy than she probably ever wanted to know. But hey, that if they can, they will. And this is what they're doing. This kind of stuff is just happening all over the world. It's just absolutely incredible. And to imagine how these people can arrive at this kind of mentality where they think it's okay to tell everybody else what to do. It's just incredible.
Fits right into Bible prophecy. So, I mean,
well, it does. I mean, you can see how the system could be what's the word I want to use? Could be a set of policies could be put in place, software policies. in such a system as we have today, that if you exceed the boundaries of what they think is the right kind of life, you're simply going to have a switch thrown on you, and you won't be in the system anymore. You'll be blocked, if you will, from buying and selling, especially if there's an energy currency that does all, that allows for the buying and selling.
Now, Mr. Wood, if I could just get your opinion here before the break, is this a system? I mean, obviously, we've seen this incrementally be implemented as time continues to roll on and it's becoming more overt. Do you believe that this can be implemented without some kind of major event, or would we need some kind of, cyber event that, knocks all the computers down in banking and whatnot for a short period of time, then they reboot and say, this is what we have to do? Or couldn't this just be rolled in, right on top of the current system?
As in the 1930s, capitalism has to be perceived as dead. That has not happened yet. I think we're probably well on our way to that at this point, looking at the global economic system. But capitalism needs to die and roll over before technocracy can really take hold. They're laying the infrastructure of technocracy today as we speak. But the greater part of capitalism and free enterprise is going to have to take a nosedive before the phoenix of technocracy can rise up out of the ashes, if you will. Maybe that's a little draconian to say it that way, but that's the way it looked back in the Great Depression. They really thought it was dead, and that the end of the world had come for capitalism and free enterprise. So we see things today that kind of indicate somebody's trying to push Humpty Dumpty off the wall. If Humpty Dumpty is capitalism and free enterprise and our economic system. He might fall anyway on his own power, but it seems like somebody is trying to give him a good old shove off the